Khayelitsha, a PR councillor, Delmaine Cottee, joins us now for more. Delmaine, a good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Such a concerning matter, this, because criminality now also impacting on the services that this community is able to get. I mean, just talk to me about your reaction to how we got here, firstly, and your greatest concerns at this time.
Good evening, Naledi and the viewers. Our biggest concern is our law-abiding citizens that are also severely affected due to this robberies, and also the fact that Eskom is now withdrawing the services. As the councillor also indicated earlier, it's not only in Kanini. We had situations last year in October, in June, in Harare, Makaza, and Lovini. And we really appeal to residents and our stakeholders in the area to come forward with information that can lead to any arrests in our area. You will also remember that our schools will be opening tomorrow, our businesses are opening, and those will severely affect those particular infrastructure.
Yeah, I believe that Eskom senior management will be working with the community. I mean, talk to us about the engagements that you've had with them.
Yeah, no, we quite have a good relationship with Eskom. So if there's any issues of withdrawal, we then engage with Eskom and the senior management. Obviously, we need to get our city and our SAPs and our law enforcement agencies also on board. And then once we have that particular discussion, hopefully tomorrow morning early, services will be resumed as soon as we then engage with our communities. And we also want to appeal to our residents also to safeguard our city and our Eskom infrastructure, because ultimately it will affect them severely in the area. Because during this time...
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because during this time, particularly tomorrow also, when people start to work, there will be no street lights, no high mast lights to safeguard our communities and our commuters that are going to the various transportation modes.
Yeah. Can you talk to me about just this bout of this outage that you've had, when it started, and certainly if you are able to give any sort of, I suppose the impact of what it looks like. You talk about no lights being available in the community where people are moving around at night. This also creating an opportunity for even more criminality.
Yeah, it's a problem. So once Eskom withdraw their services, residents will not be able to be assisted with their normal complaints. As the councillor already alluded to, that the criminals are targeting our substations, and once those substations are damaged, it takes Eskom quite a number of time to resolve those issues and get the necessary engineers to resolve and also to fix those substations in the area as well.
Yeah, and I believe that just even I suppose even reporting where there has been a fault and getting the Eskom officials to actually come out and I suppose, deal with that fault can take 2 to 5 days for them to come and deal with the fault. And so that in and of itself already a massive delay for the community.
Yeah, that's correct, yes. And even while it's dark tonight and tomorrow, more tampering and illegal connections can take place, more damage to our infrastructure can take place. So we therefore appeal to our community leaders, our councillors, Eskom leadership, and our law enforcement agencies to play a crucial role and also to safeguard this infrastructure, because ultimately it's an infrastructure that provides services to our communities, our businesses, our schools, all other businesses in the area as well.
And have there been any arrests linked to some of the criminal behavior? For instance, like the contractor and his co-worker who were hijacked at gunpoint?
At this point in time, there was no arrest, according to the police, but we really want to appeal to Eskom staff also to lay charges. But we also want to appeal to Eskom as well as an agency to assist their workers with counseling when they do have the gunpoint incidents. And because the Eskom staff is also staff that are staying in our areas. and they also fearing their life and their safety when it comes to working in our areas. Not only Eskom, we've got PRASA, we've got City, we've got a number of agencies that are doing a great work in our areas, but there's a few number of criminals that are keeping our areas hostage.
Is there a sense that there is some sort of neglect to this community? I mean, and obviously this is not a political discussion that you and I are having, but certainly in the run-up to this weekend, the African National Congress having their anniversary in Khayelitsha, where you now are talking to us about this challenge that's faced by this very community. Is there a sense that there is some neglect to that community, whether it be the police visibility perhaps that would be that would be able to ward off the criminal behavior?
Yeah, you must also understand that Eskom, Khayelitsha is the Eskom supply area in total. So therefore, we want to appeal to all our agencies, SAPs, our neighborhood watchers, our safety ambassadors, also the city law enforcement, to play that role in providing those services in our interaction with our police stations, our police station commissioners, is to have more effective police patrols. But you must also understand is that if there's no street lights, if there's no high mast lights, if there's no proper lighting in our areas, our communities, our stakeholders also do fear to come out into our areas. But we really want to also to say that more police personnel must be deployed to our sectors and our areas in Khayelitsha.
All right, Delmaine, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and hope that you'll keep us updated in the week that comes. This is as Nkanini residents in Khayelitsha are facing a week-long power outage after Eskom contractors have been targeted by criminals in the area. Delmaine Cottee, their ward councillor, speaking to us from Nkanini.